We're about to do Buzzkill. Buzzkill is a standard for us. It's a segment where essentially we are going to have DJ Snakeskin run the board. He's got a random timer that will cut us off, and then he'll pitch us a new subject. Every time we hear the sound, he'll feed us a new topic, and we're just going to have to riff on it. So this is a ping-pong battle of topics, and Luke and I love this. It's going to be fun. This is this is Velocity Chaos at its best. Let's do it!
All right, fellas, you know the rules. Your first topic is board games.
Oh, you fancy yourself a board gamer?
Yeah, I'm definitely a board.
I know you're into Ticket to Ride.
I love Ticket to Ride. See, Ticket to Ride. Oh man, it's great. No, I've always wanted to design a board game.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that is all for the passion and the love of the game. Literally, not a lot of people make a lot of money on those.
No.
But they're ultra famous in the community, which is funny.
Only classics. Do you think the guy who invented backgammon is still reeling it in? Just
was that guy's name like JC Backgammon? Like, what does that word even mean?
No idea.
It's got to be his name.
If he's still around, or did the inventors of that game, whatever 6,000 years ago,
the Backgammon family,
the lineage, yeah, they're just like these old curmudgeons.
JD Backgammon and Sons.
JD Backgammon, the 954th.
Yeah, 954th. Like, they keep trying to invent other games. They just keep failing.
That's just still backgammon, Dad.
Stick to what you know.
You just change the colors.
Red versus blue.
Yeah.
Backgammon, I didn't like it growing up. My dad just beat me every time. That was one of those teaching games where he just said, I'm going to beat you every time. And he could. Yeah. Not like let me win, like learn the value of winning.
You can't do that. He had to assert dominance.
Yeah. No, backgammon was fun.
Well, what's the most classic board game?
Checkers.
Oh, I was going to say Monopoly.
I get what you're saying now. Monopoly, I would agree.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Your topic is archaeology.
Have you ever tried this?
Like just digging a hole in the backyard?
I guess. No. Like, ever go to like one of those children's museums where they have like a pit and they hide little like little fake bones in there?
No.
They actually do it. It's actually pretty fun. But
Do you enjoy yourself?
I don't have the constitution for it because you're just like
you have office hands.
Yeah, dainty hands. Don't like picking around at things. No, you're sitting there brushing away at stuff for weeks because you don't want to chisel it out. Because you want to damage it.
It'll. You can put some super glue on there. It'll get put back together.
It's kind of like the Egyptians we were talking about, just banging the rock and just centimeters every day. That's exactly what I think being an archaeologist is all about.
It's a what do they call them? A job. A career of just true passion.
True passion.
And yeah, just you're right. Digging through that, you gotta have the mental fortitude.
Yeah.
To really
archaeology, what it does make me want to do is start hiding stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I do want to start doing. But I always predict this though. There will be virtual archaeologists in the future who tap into hard drives, tap into computers, look around the internet. I mean, that's going to be the future of archaeology.
Yeah. When I die, you got to check the hard drive, like just hiding stuff, like not hiding stuff, but like putting ideas in like random folders and files. Like there's ideas on that computer.
There's ideas. There's good ideas.
There's a lot of bad ideas, but there's some nuggets in there.
You know how you have like Egyptologists and medieval archaeologists and Asian archaeologists. Like you'll have like people who are specifically looking for porn, like just like studying adult like films. Like we got the mother love.
Here it is.
That's like Steele's house. Like, like when they find Steele's hard drives and computers.
I think that's like, hey, let's delete the history before anyone gets over here. Anyway, your topic is jet skis.
Jet ski bandits.
Vroom vroom.
No, jet ski. Have you ridden on a jet ski?
Yeah.
You enjoyed yourself on that jet ski.
Yeah.
You cannot be not happy on a jet ski.
It's really hard not to enjoy it.
face just gets, even just with the speed, gets pulled back, but also because you're already smiling, like grinning ear
It's
to
the
ear.
epitome of life.
It is.
You have to wear the sunglasses to cover your eyeballs so you look like a boss. You're flying around. You're the fastest one out there. Got a lady, hanging on tight.
Hanging on tight.
It's great, man.
Coolest thing I ever did was on a jet ski. I was up on one of the lakes, the one that's Wisconsin, east of Wisconsin.
Superior.
Is that the one? I don't
We're gonna
know.
go with
Geography.
Superior.
Yeah. It's a big one.
What is Superior?
What is Large Lake? But no, so it was at a friend's house up there, and we were letting us ride their jet skis, and we look out, there's this big storm rolling in. We could just see the rain coming down. I don't know if there was lightning or not. I don't know how that tracks on water, but I was just driving towards it, or whatever you do on a jet ski, riding. And I got I don't know, I'd say at least, quarter mile, maybe half mile out, from the shore, kind of can't see it as much, and then I start driving back, and it was like waves were getting bigger and
running
bigger.
away from it.
Yeah, it was so awesome.
Half a nautical lead,
Yeah.
league, which is more than 7 meters.
At least it was so thrilling.
That's amazing, man, because you're very exposed, so that had to feel really
and you don't know if a bull shark's gonna come up and get you.
I recommend jet skiing in Florida and the Keys because it's crystal clear water, Gulf side.
So you can see the sharks.
Yeah, you can see them all. No, it's just cool when you're just ripping around over the lake.
Your topic is Girl Scout cookies.
Tag-alongs.
What's the one with they're like coconut?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They suck.
Loop.
Yeah, I don't like coconuts.
I like those.
Samoas.
Samoans.
Samoans.
Then you got the trefoils.
Trefoils?
Trefoils?
Trefoils.
So that's just like a
don't-
little lemon
I don't like
biscuit.
the lemon ones.
They're good. It's a little.
There's really only 3.
Yeah, tag-alongs. You got Thin Mints.
What are tagalongs? I don't like.
Tag-alongs are the peanut butter with the cookie and the chocolate.
I've
It's
never
great.
had these.
Oh my God, you're missing out.
You gotta
on
go
life.
find the nearest Girl Scout.
They do
Who
have
is
s'mores, like s'mores ones. They're like the Keebler Elf things
Yeah, don't like those either.
with chocolate and
Tagalongs.
Yeah,
All right,
marshmallow in between. But
I
yeah,
have to go for the tagalongs next time.
like tagalongs are A1 prime
Got it.
steak sauce.
Inside the Girl Scout.
Yeah.
cookies.
With peanut butter.
You just break it open.
Your topic is electric cars.
The future.
It is the future. It's also the past.
Yeah, now it is. I drove my buddies. Shout out to Jim letting me drive it. He let me drive his Chevy Bolt, which has this really cool feature that it's like a go-kart where if you let your foot off the gas, it slows down. So it doesn't have the rolling drive where if a regular gas car's in gear, it wants to roll forward. The Chevy Bolt is kind of like Mario Kart because you're as soon as you lift it off, you start slowing down.
Is that an awkward feeling getting used to?
It wasn't at first. You had to do it, but then it was no problem because you just roll to a stop. You kind of just coast into the brake.
Yeah.
But he said it's great because it is actually a safety feature because as soon as you lift your foot off the gas, you immediately start slowing down, if you want to, rather than in another car, there's that split second where you're still just rolling. Yeah. So I don't know. I think cool features like that, it's going to be cool. The range is still going to be an issue.
I was actually just looking at it. I was like, let me look up what, affordable electric cars. I can't afford them still. But yeah.
Google's just try again 5 years.
Yeah. The range was one of them was 100 miles. I was like, who the hell is going to buy that? Unless you're just going to church on Sunday.
City dwellers. One other crazy thing about it that I was thinking about the other day, there's no standardized charging port.
Oh,
so
it's not?
Until that happens, you won't be able to just charge it wherever. And I just think that's going to be the key. It's going to be like the HDMI cord. It's going to have to be a standardized breakthrough.
Well, the USB, yeah.
The USB, it's the same thing with cars.
That's the issue. I thought it was standard because they have the.
Did you see Tesla? All the little Tesla stations at fancy malls and big places of business. So Tesla's okay, but you're not gonna just throw in a bunch of other docks for Chevys and GM and blah blah blah.
That's being selfish. That's like Apple making their own little plug-in or USB.
Jeez, yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, and now everyone else is going USB-C.
Your topic is the moon landing.
Oh, this might come up later
Yeah.
on another episode.
My favorite theory, spoiler alert, the one where they're like, Stanley Kubrick directed. It's like, why would he do that? Why?
For the clout.
For the clout, I guess.
Do you believe in it? Did someone?
Yeah, we definitely did it.
Definitely. He says definitely. Are you sure about
Definitely. That was peak America right
that?
there.
Yeah.
It was all about just American pride, bro.
It's insane, one, to get up there. I think it's even more insane to come back.
Yeah, definitely. Orchestrating the comeback is no small matter. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't like bring more or do more cool stuff up there.
Yeah.
They planted the flag and then
Hit some golf balls.
goof around a little bit.
Yeah, I guess if you go up there and you see a tailor-made, then you're like, oh, they did go.
Just John Daly, like
Yeah.
at the driving range, hitting him up there.
That'd be funny, yeah. Like if they on the spacesuits they had John Daly pants,
yeah.
drinking some Arnold Palmers.
Your topic is Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh,
I think you're more versed in this thing.
I do like Simon and Garfunkel. You got the boxer. You got. I'm drawing a blank, but
So Simon was like obviously went on to do his own thing, and so he kind of just like he just was dragging Garfunkel around for
you
all those.
don't like Art Garfunkel.
No, I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying that that's most people's common consensus. Is that correct? Right?
Oh yeah, Paul Simon's just, I think, in a league of his own.
Yeah. Could you imagine being Garfunkel? Like
Yeah.
you're only famous because your name is so memorable.
That I mean, it is a pretty sweet name.
Yeah.
But I think in the conversations of musical artists, Paul Simon doesn't come up as much as he should.
I would agree.
But he is extremely talented, and just the complexity of his songs.
Yeah.
Like one of his favorites of mine is "Call Me Al."
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know,
It's
peppy and
uplifting.
It's
It makes you
uplifting.
feel good.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right, and I think that we don't see a lot of artists like that who kind of create those journey songs, that are like bringing you through it, and that's a catchy song, though. That's
Yeah.
probably why it's one of his more well-known ones.
Possibly,
but
yeah.
I think that was the problem, was he never really compromised mainstream. There's a lot of like Carrie Fisher in her documentary or her book talk a lot about him, and how just like he was on a mission to just
Be great.
Yeah, well, to be himself and not compromise.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just who knew him or just know him or just bow down to him.
And those are some of the best artists. Like we're talking Dio.
Yeah.
Like the people in the business, they know Dio was amazing,
Yeah.
but a lot of people might not know. Same thing with Simon. Like,
Who's the other guy?
and Simon and the other guy is
Simon
what they
and
should have
the
been
other
called.
guy.
Sound of Silence is the one I was trying to think of. That's really popular.
What's the most famous Simon and Garfunkel song?
Sound of Silence.
Sound of Silence.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. That one. Before we get canceled.
Yeah.
Your topic is anti-gravity.
Have you ever been up in one of those airplanes that goes like into the? Yeah, me. Either.
I was gonna say, who gets to go up in the
I just like to ask
nobody
you if
in
you've
my
done
friend circle?
Yeah, no.
That'd be sweet.
The weightlessness. I guess the closest thing we could feel would be roller coasters or one of those bungee.
Sorry,
things.
I gotta just hit the pause button on this. Like it just major flashback. I remember when I was a kid, I was a teenager, and my brother and I would stay up late watching TV on vacations because we didn't have cable at our home. And the Girls Gone Wild stuff, and they took like girls up in one of those one time, and I just remember my brother and I just be like,
Nice.
he's gonna deny that he was there.
I'm telling your mom on YouTube.
But we were just, it was all censored, but it was just watching this like, what is going on?
boobs in space.
So I love how that's the first thing people did with that. I would want to do the perpetual skydiving.
That's how you get other, nerds to go up on this space thing because they think there's going to be hot chicks up there.
Yeah, well, that's what everybody's hope is. Star
Yeah.
Trek, space travel, that there's always going to be attractive people.
It's the same thing with bars. You get all the hot chicks to go to the bars. You get the dudes to come to the bars.
Then they pay for the drinks and
Yeah.
bada bing, bada boom.
And you're making all the money.
Elon, you listening?
Get
the
hot
chicks
chicks in your
up in space.
electric vehicle. Oh,
Up in
right.
space. Up in space. You'll solve the space race problem.
Yeah.
You'll get to Mars faster than you thought. No, but anti-gravity. I want to do the perpetual skydiving thing where you're in the with the turbine and you're just like in there floating and you can do all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to try.
We'll do velocity chaos wind turbine.
Hey, welcome to Velocity Chaos. Anti-gravity in reality, practical. I don't think we're ever gonna have like Star Wars speeders. There's no way. Like, gravity is
When we're space lords, maybe we'll mandate them.
everybody. Speeder, star speeder. No, I just don't think anti-gravity is like real.
What? Anti-gravity? Is it just magnets? Do we just got to work with?
Well, that's what I
magnets?
thought. Like if you had a cup, right, and you just put a bunch of polarized negative magnets in the bottom,
Yeah.
and then you just dropped a couple positive polarized magnets, they would float,
Yeah.
but within the container. Am I right?
Yeah.
about this?
So we just got
We
to
should
cover
do
the surface of the Earth with magnets, and then everyone wears shoes with the opposite polarization,
Magnet shoes,
and then everyone's just
and you just walk around like this.
yeah.
Your topic is Noah's Ark.
Oh, Noah building that ark 2x2.
What do you think was the first animal on board? Definitely a dog.
Well, there's definitely pigeons shitting everywhere, so maybe
They moved in early. They were the
Yeah.
first ones there.
rats squeezed on.
Those pigeons were like,
Yeah.
"Hey man, you see that guy? He might be crazy, but let's just check it out." They're like chilling up there in the roost. Then Noah comes along like, "Oh, these doves have to live here." And the pigeons are like, "Man, what's wrong with us, man?" Like, we can be the symbol of hope for the future. And just like the New Testament, like, and John the Baptist baptized Jesus Christ in the river, and a pigeon descended from heaven. What's up, everybody? Hey, Jesus, what's going on, man? Like, that's what would happen. So
Yeah.
the pigeons, they were there first, but quickly got booted out.
Yeah. What? So do you think, like alligators, crocodiles, whatever, all that, why they're so mad is because they didn't get invited, and then now they just have this, thousands of years grudge?
Yeah, it's just pent up in their bones.
Yeah.
They just hate humans.
'Cause you never see any alligators in those pictures. You see elephants and giraffes and.
Well, they were on their way on, but they got squished. They got trampled. The two that they were going to take. And so the rest of them just survived and got real salty about it.
Real
But no, here's my question to you. Do you think dragons were on the ark?
Maybe they missed it too.
Because no, I think dragons were on the ark, and I think dragons were real. And they might have just been dinosaurs. They might not have been the flying around dragons that we know. But I think dragons were on the ark. They came off, multiplied, and then all the medieval guys just thought it'd be cool to like hunt them down and make themselves legends.
Made them extinct.
Yeah.
Then where's all the dragon scales?
Just disintegrated, man. Like,
But they're impenetrable.
No.
Your topic is rock bands.
Playing rock band? Are we talking like 98 or not
Dude,
90s,
rock
80s hair
bands,
metal?
how do you even my brain just like overloaded.
Scorpions.
I've been
Boston.
getting into Nirvana a little bit. Like I think I need to listen
It's
to more Nirvana.
grungy.
Yeah, but that's a rock band, right? I've been watching Kurt Cobain's just like in between his songs and just how
Don't get too into it.
don't go too close. Anyway.
Foo Fighters. Like, I don't know if Foo Fighters are a band that anyone's like, Foo Fighters my favorite band. Maybe there is.
Dude, people are insane
But
about Foo Fighters.
Are they? Okay, but I
They
was going to
love-
say they might not be anyone's like favorite band, but I feel like everyone's like they respect the Foo Fighters. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like-
Massive respect. I
Yeah.
mean, they're a good band. They,
Yeah,
they,
I like
they have a
them.
lot of hits.
yeah. Dave
Grohl, man.
Great. He's a local guy.
What do you mean?
Isn't he from around this area?
I don't know. The 9 Inch Nails guy is from here.
Trent Reznor?
Trent Reznor is from
No,
Cleveland.
Dave Grohl's from here.
That'd be crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We have a couple exports. MGK, he's a rock star? Question mark.
He puts on a good show.
We saw him.
Yeah, we filmed or
Yeah, we
videoed
filmed
it.
the
whatever
power
you
went
call it.
out. Oh no, the power went out at Shinedown.
Yeah, Shinedown. Oh, he was not happy about that.
And he had no right to be that irate. Like
Yeah.
MGK, the fact that MGK played before Shinedown
Yeah.
That was a moment in time right before MGK really finally ascended.
Yeah.
But the only reason Shinedown played was because Rover likes them more.
Yeah, well, I mean, you I guess
That was what,
playing
6 years ago? 5 years ago?
yeah, maybe 4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, going there, like it was a hometown crowd, so maybe you want to put MGK on last, but you want to be a headliner, and Shinedown's a bigger name. So
Now,
you gotta put
I
them
think
on.
MGK would top them easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
But a cool story about that is I had the camera, their band manager comes up. You had the other camera right down the pipe,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was in your shot the whole time. Their band manager's like, hey, when he goes out there, I want you to go up on center stage and just film the crowd. I'm like, okay. And then I tell our director, I'm like, hey, their band manager just said for me to go in the middle of the stage. He's like, what? Okay.
You're going to be on camera.
Yeah, so then I go in the middle of the stage, and then the singer, I don't know his name, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Puts his arm around me, and he's like, all right, I want you to film them. And then, so I'm just standing there with the camera and his arm around me, and like, just,
You're like, what do I do? Put
what
my
do I
arm
do?
around him?
Yeah. And he's like, I just want you on the crowd. And then there was some like back and forth thing that they were doing.
Is that the one where he was like singing into the camera too at one point?
Yeah.
Put his hand on the lens and was like kind of doing that.
Maybe.
That's like the ultimate game of telephone. Like, he's telling me to do this.
Yeah.
He's telling me to do that.
Yeah.
And then,
I don't know what to do.
And the lead singer's like, I'm going to tell you exactly what I want you to
and then the director, he was like, Luke, you're in all the shots. I can't use anything else. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do.
He's got his arm around me.
Yeah.
He's grabbing my ass. No, but that was a funky concert. Little John was there.
Yeah.
And there was a tent on the side of the stage, off stage, with 2 long tables put together and probably 25 bottles of champagne.
Yeah.
And he would just go grab a bottle of champagne,
Yeah.
come back on stage, shake it. That's all he did.
That's all
Turn
you
down
need to
for
do.
what? He said that one time,
Yeah.
let the rest of the track play, and the rest of the time was just him
Yep.
shaking it and popping it.
Brent Smith, Shine.
Probably like, turn down for what?
Oh, that was good.
Was that 20 minutes?
Somewhere
Damn.
That's a touch over 20 minutes. Y'all rifled.
Wow. I felt like we didn't even
Sir, we
scratch the
lost
surface.
in
on
the
some.
sauce.
Need some good ones. I think we found some long-term topics in that one.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're just going to come back to this episode. Reference episode 42.
Perpetual
Over it, yeah.
Buzzkill.